Hi, it's Tash. Welcome to Tash's Library. Today's video is going to be the end of year book tag. I meant to do this like a month ago, but anyway, I just kept putting it off, and here we go because it sounds kind of cool. Just be a short little video. All right, so the first prompt is books started that you need to finish this year. There were two books that I started actually 3 books I started and put down. And I kind of would like to finish them this year, but I don't think it will happen unless I suddenly have more time. Let's have a look at them. So the first one was The Farthest Shore by Ursula K. Le Guin, and this is the 3rd book in the Earthsea cycle. Now, yes, I know you're saying, but Tash, you love Earthsea. I'm like, I do. I really love The Wizard of Earthsea. I absolutely love The Tombs of Autumnal. For some reason, I got about halfway through The Farthest Shore and I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it. It could have been the time of year. I was reading it sort of at the end of May, and I just moved and I was a bit tired, and I was at a conference and I was trying to read in my free time. And yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. It just wasn't engaging me too much. There was a lot of seafaring in it, and I don't mind seafaring, but for some reason I found that bit quite slow. Anyway, I do want to finish it because I do want to continue the series. The other one is the 2nd book of duology, and this is For the Throne by Hannah Whitten. So this is the sequel to For the Wolf, and I quite enjoyed For the Wolf. It was quite a fun book. And I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing what For the Throne is all about. But I did pick this one up in April, and it was the kind of end of I was kind of moving as well. I thought, April, May, somewhere around there. And it was my moving month, and I just didn't get to it. I read about 40 pages and just stopped. I don't know why. Once again, I probably wasn't feeling it. I wasn't really in the mood for reading certain books, but I do want to finish this because I do actually want to finish that duology, and I am intrigued to see what happens next. The 3rd book I've put down, which I'm a bit ashamed of because this is a book I should really love, and in fact I was really enjoying, and that's In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. And that was it was my October TBR. I got about 70 pages in, and then I just wasn't in the mood for that kind of book. I was really feeling like epic fantasies. I was feeling like something a little less cozy. I don't know why. It's just a phase I'm in at the moment, and I just kind of put it down. But I do absolutely intend finishing this book because I was enjoying the characters and I was enjoying the premise, and I love TJ Klune. So yes, I will complete this. I just not sure when. Anyway, the second question is, what's an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Now obviously I'm in Australia, so we're actually in spring at the moment. And to be honest, I'm not a seasonal reader. I don't just pick up snowy books because it's winter or things like that. I just don't. However, I am planning on maybe reading some Christmassy type books to kind of transition into Christmas. So I don't know, we'll see, because I have The 8 Reindeers of the Apocalypse, which by Tom Holt, and that sounds really cool and Christmassy. I've got a few others, like A Christmas Murder of Crows, Let It Snow. I've got a few different Christmassy style books, and I feel like that would get me kind of into the mood of the festive season. So that's probably what I'm going to go with. I'm not sure which ones yet, but I will indeed pick up a Christmassy type book. The 3rd question is a new release you're waiting for. To be honest, I'm not actually waiting for new releases at the moment. I had been waiting on Bookshops and Bone Dust, but this has very recently arrived on my Kindle because I pre-ordered it and I have started reading that. So that was pretty much it for the year. Obviously, I'm kind of keen on Defiance, but I'm also not planning to read it this year because I haven't read Cytonic yet. So yes, I think Bookshops and Bone Dust was the final release that I was really, really excited about, and that has now arrived. 3 books to read before the end of the year. This one's a tricky one. I would like to read Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher, mainly because it did win the Hugo Award and I've heard really good things about it. So I feel like I'd kind of want to read that in 2023. So I think that's going to be a priority for me. I would really also like to read Slaughterhouse-Five. And that's mainly just because it's been on my TBR for some time and I'm really intrigued with the time travel concept of it. And I've heard it's like a really awesome anti-war book. And it's pretty short, so maybe I'll get to it. We'll see. Another one I'd like to read is novella Queen Amid Ashes, which is part of the Sun Eater series by Christopher Ruocchio. And that is pretty much the next novella I have to read prior to getting into the third book, which is Demon in White. There might be another novella I have to read in between, short stories or something. But anyway, I am working through that series, and so I probably would like to get that done. So let's just say those are the 3 books I would really like to read by the end of the year, but I'm not promising. What's a book that could shock you to become your favorite? For me, it's tricky because it's kind of hard to tell what's going to become my favorite. However, I'm reading Recursion this month. And you know what? I absolutely love Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. And it was one of my favorite books of last year. So you know what? I think Recursion has a good chance. I don't know if it'll be a shock because I did love Dark Matter so much. But, to become a favorite, maybe. I think Recursion could do it. And finally, reading plans for 2024. I think my big plans are going to be continuing and completing series. I really do need to do that. I do want to also try and get into some of the new series or standalones that are actually on my shelves. So physical books that I own that I haven't got to for quite some time. So I want to try and work through some of those. And I will make a video on some of the series that I want to continue and start and complete, etc. The other one I want to kind of do is I would like to hit some of the new releases for 2024, but I'm going to limit these. So these will be ones that I'm absolutely excited for. And I will make a video on those at some point. But there are good. There's about 8 to 10 that I will definitely read without fail. Hopefully. and then there's a few more that I would kind of like to read that I'm intrigued by, but I may not necessarily read next year because I am trying to prioritize the books I already own and really just trying to work my series down and also some of my long-standing books. So the ones that have been on my TBR for 1, 2, 3 years, etc. So that's going to be my priority. Anyway, so that's it. That's just a really quick tag. So thank you for watching, and until I see you next time, take care.